What's going on, everyone? First Magic game that we're going to be doing. This recording is going to be a little bit of a test because I don't know how audio levels and things like that are going to work out. And I guess I'll keep it. So I don't know exactly how things are going to proceed first, but I got to do at least a couple of these, to get an idea of exactly what the hell's going on. So, game started, Hedron Crab, lovely. He's going to try and mill me. This is interesting. I'm picking the Goblin deck because I like Goblins. I like playing fast. I also love playing really, really stally, so it's very funny. I'm kind of a man of opposites in that way. But I'm picking Goblins for now, and they seem to do alright. But, I was struggling at first thinking if I wanted to keep the hand or not because there was nothing I could do on turn 1. For those who don't know how to play Magic necessarily, I'm going to try and sort of explain a few things as I get there. This little number in the top is how hard it is to cast type of deal. I have no idea what's been going on now, actually. What did he just even do? Oh, he milled me 9 cards. Lovely. Or, no, 10 cards, assuming he played a land. So let's see here. Now all I still have... Okay, that's still all I have to do is play more of those guys. So I kind of want to go through a little bit of, how to play type of stuff, but I'm also not sure necessarily how basic I need to proceed with. So if you guys have played the Pokes TCG at all, it's very similar to that, simply because they're made by the same people, or at least originally. Wizards isn't in control of Pokes anymore, but they created it and they modeled it after Magic. So, the land or mana in this game is resemblant to the energy in Pokes, to which instead of just attaching it to something specific, you kind of have it generically out and about. So it's a little bit different that way, but, whatever, no big deal. And then instead of having, attacks that deal a certain amount of damage towards, another Poke's HP, there's just a power and toughness number in the bottom, which we'll get to that a little bit more in a second. Ooh, this would... Crap, which one do I rather want to play? Which one do I rather want to play? I'll play the Mob Boss first. I guess, waiting for... Okay, yeah, we'll wait for combat. Oh, I don't want to attack right now. So I guess I'll just skip attacking. Because he's got a 2/2, which means his creature can deal 2 damage, and it takes 2 damage to kill his. Mine are all 1/1, so obviously if I swing in, I'll die, and, nothing. I would get... He would block 2, I'd get 1 through, yada yada yada. Boring stuff, really. Combat gets more exciting when there's, different stuff with more abilities and lots of varying power, but I've just got a bunch of chumps, and he doesn't, so that's fine. Problem is, I need to get there as fast as possible because he's a mill deck. I don't really want to take away extra cards from my library, though. If I just... Well, he is haste, and I do need to start swinging in for the fences. Yeah, I'll just play this guy first. God, I'm already down to 33 cards. I've said a couple of times now he's a mill deck, which just means he's trying to get rid of every card in my library, and once that happens, I lose the game. You can lose the game by having this life total go down to 0, drawing out all of your cards, and I want to say, oh yeah, there's like infect or poison damage, which is a little bit different. It's still damage, but differently. What the hell does this thing do? At the beginning of each player's upkeep, they put X cards on top, or hold on, okay, well, that's frustrating. There's different phases as well, so upkeep means essentially just before my turn starts, is really all that comes down to. So, oh lovely, and that thing's a 5/5. As long as it plays 10 or more. Wow, that's kind of busted, actually. That's really kind of busted. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, at least I can kill it with this. Finish that off. Sorry, I'm trying to think right now, since I'm like not in a good position, which makes explaining how to play a little bit less effective. So let's swing there, and I need to get there as quick as possible. Although I wanted to tap him for stuff first. Okay, so I see. I'll just swing with these. Attack. Now I'll tap him. So yeah, I'm trying to focus since I'm not actually winning right now. At least it doesn't feel like it. as opposed to kind of go over strategies a little bit more. The cycling ability just means if you pay this cost, you can put the card in your graveyard, draw a card, and then because this guy has an ability when you cycle him, do stuff. That's why I chose to do that. So, so that blocks there, that blocks there. I still get some damage through, not too much. I killed one of his guys, so that's good. Yeah, I guess it's also just, you know, I don't know how many people who are going to be watching, if anyone's going to be watching, which is probably going to be nobody, don't know how to play and thus need me to go through like a tutorial. It might be better off if I just go through a random tutorial video instead. I honestly don't know. Let's see, what's this guy? He gives haste as well, right? Creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste. Okay, so I got 7, that means I can spend 5. Which means so 1, 2, 3, 4, make a bunch. Okay, that's going to be sweet. That was actually like a perfect card to draw. So I'm going to play Squee first, just because I can. That's right. Counter Squee. You know you want to counter some Squee. No, he's not countering Squee. Counter that Goblin guy, because you know you want to counter that Goblin guy. I don't even know if that deck has counters. He's only got 1 card in his hand. We're going to make a bunch of dudes, and then we're going to do our best to hope that I can make all of them hasty. Haste just means they can attack when they come into play. Normally creatures can't, as you see they have this little swirly thing symbol on it. That just symbolizes what they call summoning sickness, which means they can't attack the first turn they come into play. But he counters it, which he's very lucky because I would have killed him if he did not counter that. But what can you do? So, time to just bring the house, swing with everything, because I need to get there as quick as possible. Swing with you, swing with you. He can only block 2 creatures, so I'll just bring the beat. I got 17 cards left in my library. That's not very much, especially when he has stuff that can just straight up take 10 away in 1 turn. I need to get there now, which means I probably have next turn to kill him. Okay, down to 6, so... yeah, I think I'm going to pull this out next turn, unless of course he kills me right now or somehow prevents all of my dudes from attacking. So, again, yeah, I don't exactly know what I need to go over, if anything, necessarily. And so he's playing that, going down to 14. Man, this got close. Again, like, I don't know where everyone's levels are going to be. I know there's some people who don't know how to play. And I don't know if they've played Pokes or not, because me personally, I was able to learn the Pokes TCG game just from watching one of my buddies play it in like 3 or 4 videos. I was able to pick it up that fast like that. So, you know, assuming everybody, or at least a lot, have played that, it'll be pretty easy for them to pick it up as well. And that's pretty much just going to end the game now that I've picked him, actually. I guess I'll just attack. Attack with all this crap. No, not you. I'll just go with those. It should be good enough. No sense in just attacking with everything else. I just need to deal 6 points, which it looks like 6 points is going to work. Yeah, 6 points are going through. If not, then I'm just going to sacrifice more anyway, just to make sure. Just to make sure, because I don't want to do the math. It looked like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah, I had more, but whatever. Got him down to -13, which means he's dead once he's done watching damage effects, and that means I'm going to win, which was very, very close. This game, he got rid of my cards really quick. I was not expecting it to go that fast, but my deck is all about speed as well, so it looks like I'm able to get there. Oh yeah! Knight Exemplar! Love that card. I do not want to play that deck again, though. Milling is tremendously fun, and it's one of the favorite... I love playing with it, and I love playing against it simply because if you do lose, it's a cool way to lose, because it allows you to like see everything as it's going down, but it's not as fun on a computer. It's more fun in person when I'm personally responsible for flipping all of my cards over and looking at my whole deck, so that makes it kind of fun. Let's go, buddy. Mr. Zing. Let's make it happen, Mr. Zing. Everyone seems to be AFK today. This is like the 5th time I've tried to... Oh, there we go. He showed up. Sweet. Alright. Now let's see if I can do a more introductory one. I got a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 5-drop, and a burn spell. So that's pretty sweet. Goblins pretty much needs a 1-drop to be optimally effective. 1-drop just means something you can cast on the first turn. Then of course the 2-drop, 3-drop, you know, that's pretty some standard stuff. But every card's going to have different abilities, so I'll kind of get to those as I get to those, but we'll see. He played a Swamp, which means he could be... I think there's only 2 black decks right now. I'm not positive. I don't like either of them, though. I don't like playing against him, I should say. So we'll see. A lot of the game is also memorization. Oh, lovely! He's the deck that I really hate. Whatever. What can I do about that? I could blow it up, but I want to cast dudes first. That might be best, because then I can still make progress. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. So, just like in Pokes or in Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, you've got monster cards, so to say, along with other spells like trainers and things like that. So there's a variety of things. What this was a spell that deals damage to a creature that allows me obviously to kill it, and once it's dead I can then come in. Usually stuff like this you want to use against creatures to get them off of the field as opposed to directly dealing damage to the player, even though you need to deal damage to the player to win the game. Very similar to chess, you want board position and board control. And so by me having board position, that gives me the advantage. Even if I have to sacrifice some life for it, or, you know, some other sort of sacrifice, I get, for lack of a better term that's coming to mind right now. It gives you an advantage that way at the end of the day. Let's see, deals 1 damage to target creature or player when he comes into the field. And this guy's the 3/1, which means 1 damage is going to kill him. So that's absolutely a great play that I want to make right now. Cast him, get the hell out of there, target the creature, click on the creature, boom, and then I'll be able to come through for more damage. So as long as I keep getting rid of his stuff, which I do have... Attack first. Which I do have this guy that I can sacrifice to deal damage. And this guy will deal direct damage when he dies. So as long as I can keep getting rid of his stuff, he's going to have no chance. He has no board position, no way to stabilize, is the noun people like to use to keep control. Alright, so he's a, what was that, 0/4? So he'll get in my way a little bit, so I need to find a way to deal a lot of damage to him. Otherwise he's just going to block me all day long. Unfortunately right now in my hand I have nothing to get through with him with. So I'm just going to play some creatures. Almost always, like 90% of the time, the first thing you do in a turn, you want to just attack. You don't even want to play a land first. I have a bad habit on the PC version of not doing that. Because if you attack first and leave your lands untapped, it's more confusing for them as you have potential options of stuff to do. So that's just a little tip for those who are playing the game. The first thing you do, you want to draw and declare attack phase. But unless something that you do prior to all that stuff will affect combat, is the only time that you want to play something prior to combat, because it'll have an impact. So, and then now that combat's over, I'll play this thing. So, because if he was worried about that dying, perhaps, then, you know, I could have potentially played another shock spell if I had it. But if I had tapped all of my mana casting these guys, he would know that there would be no threat of me killing him. So, stuff like that is why you want to attack first. But now that I have this guy out here, now I can potentially kill some of his stuff. But he can't hurt me anyway because they have 0 power. So I'm still just going to attack with everything regardless of what he wants to do. Oh, lovely. He uses that crappy card. Yeah, he's in deep trouble right now. He's not going to get very far anyway. What he should do is block these 2 guys. Or you can block that guy. Or you can... What are you doing? Okay, well, I guess he doesn't want me to kill one. So, I guess that's what he wants. He doesn't want me to kill one. but you kind of need to save as much damage as possible, and he's not doing a good job of that. No big deal. This game is definitely in the bag. 2 for 2 on videos. Sweet. That means I should quit now and never post again. He's casting more dudes. Let's take a look at his guys. I haven't done that yet. Defender and Exalted. Defender means it's a wall, which means it can't attack. It can just defend, which is boring. And Exalted means that if only one creature on his side is attacking per turn, it'll get +1/+1 for each creature that has Exalted on it. So if this dude were to attack, he would get +3 because he has 3 guys, which would make him a 6/4. So Exalted can get out of hand pretty quick. Let's go with Ringleader. I know I just mentioned to not cast stuff, but he's haste, so he affects combat, so I will cast him first. And then attack with everything. Because I want to be aggressive and take it to him. So even if he trades or blocks something and they each die, it doesn't really matter. He's close to dead. I just need to finish him off before something crazy happens. So yeah, Exalted can get out of hand pretty quick. It allows him to keep guys back on defense while still attacking for some high power. So, I don't know. It's both good and it's bad. Because see here, like I'm attacking with a bunch of stuff, whereas he's only going to be attacking with 1. Even if these had an actual power, like it'll end up kind of, assuming these were, you know, creatures and not walls, because you don't really want to use walls in Magic. They're mostly too weak. Even if they were creatures and he were to attack with everything, it would pretty much work out to be very similar amounts of damage, but this way, or the other way that the Exalted deck wants to do it, gives you a larger force, which makes it harder to stop. In theory, I don't know. It's very hit or miss. I'm not a fan of the ability myself. It can get nuts, and it can also just be kind of bad at the same time, so... But at this point, he's pretty much just stalling. And he quit, and he's been replaced by AI. I hate AI replacement. If you play this game, please take that ability off. It's just really, really dumb. Okay, so all I'm going to do, I'm going to give this guy flying, just to speed things up so we don't have to go through animations and crap. I'm just going to attack with the 1 to deal 1 point of damage. And then I'm just going to sacrifice this guy to the player, deal it to him. Just less thinking, less blocking, finish that game off. So, alrighty guys, do I want to play one more? You know what, let's play one more. Let's play one more. Alright, here we are. Just to finish it, make things of 3. Alright, let's look at my hand. Got a 1-drop, I have a 4-drop, which is higher than I want, but I do like a burn spell, and this guy is just way too useful. So, it sucks that I don't have a 2-drop, but it's still a fairly solid hand. I'm obviously going to be drawing some cards, so hopefully it can fill any holes that I have, and this sucks. This deck is actually really good against goblins, so I'm in trouble. Let's see here. So if I cast him, I think I'll wait 1 turn. Because I don't have a 2-drop, I'm going to wait. If I cast this guy now, he's just going to sacrifice his to kill mine, and I want to use this guy's ability to deal damage to a creature or player. I don't want to use the ability, or sorry, to a creature. It can go to creature or player. I would rather use it to go to a creature. So I was hoping he would cast something, but he didn't, so I took a point of damage for nothing. But I'll have to cast it now, because I don't want to get too many points down or anything like that. I gotta have some sort of force out there. He can sacrifice it at any time, so it doesn't matter if I want to try and kill it first or anything like that. He's just going to attack, so I may as well block. Because otherwise I'm going to lose my guy anyway, so I may as well prevent myself the point of damage, and I can still give a point of damage to something else. Although honestly, you know, now that I think about it, he's probably going to cast something with 1 toughness, which means I could have actually just killed it, but I suppose I'll shock it. Oh look, he didn't cast anything. Good, because that would have been a better play for him. Crap, I like saving that guy for removal, so I don't really want to cast him as a creature. but I need some sort of force out there. I guess I'll just wait. Obviously with Bushwhacker, his ability is more useful the more guys you have on the field, but Goblins needs to get there. So if I have nothing, you know, you need to cast him. The kicker cost just means in addition to the one that he takes, you can pay an extra one, and then X ability is going to come into play. So that allows me to get 2 points of damage this turn as opposed to doing nothing, which Goblins needs that. The longer a game goes on, the less effective Goblins is going to be. So there, so he's going to kill him. And do I want to kill this guy? I just need to remove everything. So I'm just going to straight up remove it. Even though there's better stuff that he has that I need to get rid of, I have no board position. Goblins needs the board position. So, sweet, Fire Slinger. That'll be useful. But Click Slither's going to come in first. So, and now if he had that dude, I wouldn't be able to get any damage through. He would just block. I need to get that damage through. The game's taking a longer time than I'd like. I need to get there faster. That's just how Goblins works. You have to play really aggressive with it. Good, he's got nothing to do. 4 cards in hand. You also always want to pay attention to that too. Let's see here. You have haste, so you can hit the board. And then I also want to be wary if I cast too many cards at once, he might just play an ability that deals, you know, damage or kills multiple creatures at the same time. So I have to be wary of stuff like that. So I don't want to get too much board position, because then I could lose it all in a heartbeat, and that's not good. So it's very finicky and finite, but we'll see. I'm still going to keep this guy, even though I know at this point I'm throwing away damage. I could have had him out 3 turns ago. Underworld Dreams. Okay, he's still not casting any creatures. But now I've held on to him at this long. Okay, well I can't cast both, so I may as well just cast this guy, but I'm going to go to combat first. Even though this guy's removal, I need to get there. It's going to suck that I'm going to waste it. Wait. Okay, creature or player. Okay, sweet. I thought it was just to creatures. So actually, because it's creature or player, I will cast it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. So that's cool. It still gets me 1 extra point of damage in there. And this is as much position as I'm going to want to get, because I fear he's going to do something that's going to kill multiple creatures at once. But it looks like he's not. He's still just going to do that. So whatever. No big deal. Another Underworld Dreams. No big deal. And then this is where the problem with Goblins starts to come into play, because like all this stuff is really weak and really, you know, it just tries to be quick and weak. So since the game is taking a long time to complete, I'm not going to be drawing anything that's, you know, more powerful than I already have. I'm going to continue to draw little weak creatures, whereas he could just draw something big and fat at any time at this point. Alright, I'm close enough. I do have Fire Slinger. Let's see here. Alright, yeah, I'll just play this guy. I'll still keep him, just in case. Fire Slinger puts him on a clock, so that's something I need. On a clock just means that there's X number of turns until he's dead, unless he responds to something in a certain way. The clock is a very important feature of Magic. It's not like there's an actual clock or anything. It's more of just a term of, you know, how quick I'm going to get there. So right now you can see I've got 3 damage per turn coming at him, so he's on a 3-turn clock or less, which is really all that means. So if any play that I'm going to be making from this point on doesn't change the clock to a lower number of turns, it's not worth doing. So if I were to cast this guy now, actually, that would allow me to kill him next turn in theory. So yeah, since it speeds up the clock, I am going to just cast him, because then I can kill him next turn unless he has a response. just go 3 for 3 this vid. Oh, lovely. Avatar of Woe. Too little too late, though, bro. Too little too late. Okay. So if I... You can just directly get there. You can get there with flying. So it'll still be... okay, so I can still kill him next turn at this rate. So that's what I'm going to do. Crap, did I mess this up? I think I totally just messed it. Whoa, come on. Alright, just swing with everything. Yeah, give you flying. There you go, that's what I wanted to do. And deal damage to you. So it's 2 points automatically. He'll block 1, this will give me a 3rd point. Which will put him at 3. Or sorry, at 2. Which is all I'm going to need. I'm not going to be able to block him, so there's no point in playing stuff. I like to keep a land in my hand if I have more land than I'm going to need already, because it just makes him think, oh, 2 cards in hand, maybe I have shenanigans to pull. So, it's just something that I like to do. If I were to draw a land, I would play one, like right now, but I'm going to end the game instead, so who cares. Get that flying. Have to deal damage, and he won't be able to deal with the flyer. And that should be the last point of damage that I need to deal. Oh no, he's gonna kill it! Oh, oh my god, I'm so retarded. Oh, that was dumb. Tremendously dumb. Okay. Yeah, that was really stupid of me. Well, at least I can still get there this next turn. The mistake I made was that his creature's ability can just tap to kill. Oh, you know what? No, because he could have blocked and then tapped to kill. So it didn't matter. I didn't actually make a mistake. It just looked like it. There, whatever. Finished him off. It was dicey. I messed it up. I'm not comfortable doing this yet because I haven't done it. So, we'll get there though. And just taking a quick glance at player status as we sit here, I still have a long way to go. I've only really unlocked 2 decks, so I haven't even finished everything else that I need to do. But this is where I stand at the moment.